Hello my friends and welcome to the start of a new weekly reading vlog. Like on top of things today, I spent all last week working on my shop. If you didn't know, I have a website. I have lots of cool things down below. Spent a lot of time doing that last week, my brain. So this week I'm trying to focus on YouTube stuff and school. That little thing called school. If you didn't know, I am in my second year of college. I don't mention that a lot, but I feel like it's kind of makes sense. I don't know. Just filmed my TBR, but it is the last day of the month, so yeah, I don't really know what about reading. I'm still listening to my audiobook for Coral. I'm really enjoying this. It did give me some bad dreams last night, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's like a not twisted, I don't want to be rude. It is a Little Mermaid retelling and it's like half set in the real world, got two POVs and lots of mental health representation, which is lovely as always. I'm gonna listen to more of that and just kind of plan out the rest of my week. I am actually going back to Vancouver this week. I didn't know I go to school in Vancouver. I do, it's true. But I don't live there right now. Or I haven't been for the last little bit because of the elephant in the freaking world. Anyway, a lot to do still, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty chill about that. It is Monday evening, Monday night. I had a good day. Lots of work. I had to outline my entire short film for my writing classes. I took a lovely little bath. I decided that I do want to read, or reread for that matter, Night of Cake and Puppets by Elaine Taylor, illustrated by Jim DiBartolo, her husband. This is just like one of my favorite books. It's one of my absolute like most favorite books to reread, especially in the winter. It's just a gorgeous book, honestly. It is just like stunning, freaking gorge. But yeah, like I said, I have reread this before. I know I can finish this. It's like less than 200 pages. And I have read it before. This is a companion novel, if you didn't know, to A Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy, which is like one of my favorite trilogies that no one talks about. Like it's a great series of fantasy. It's like older YA, but it's really good. I really enjoyed it when I read it. Now I kind of want to reread it, but anyway. This is a companion novel following different characters, following Susanna, and it's just like this Night of Cake and Puppets, like truly. It's very, very cute and I love this a lot. Hello my friends, it is Tuesday. I did end up finishing Coral last night. I ended up not liking this as much as I was, essentially. Kind of like magical realism, but it ended up, I don't want to spoil it because this is really hard, not as magical as I thought, and I just didn't love how they chose to intertwine the stories. It's so hard to explain without spoiling. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would have been more interesting if it was parallel stories rather than how it interlaced them, if that makes any sense without spoiling it. Currently not really reading anything. I'm going to do like an indoor run. I did one of these back in December. I did it a couple times maybe, where you just like watch a YouTube video and like literally run in place because we don't have a treadmill. I am going to do that, but I want to listen to an audiobook, so I think I'm going to pick up one that I have from the library. So I'm going to pick up The Road Trip. This is the latest Beth O'Leary, although she is coming out with another book. That girl's cranking shit out. She really is. And I believe it's like a hard-hitting contemporary about two people who are kind of forced to go on a road trip together. So we got like forced proximity, and I guess they have to kind of deal with some issues that they have with each other. So that's exciting. I've been writing a lot today. I've been working on my outlines for my novel writing class, and my script for my script writing class. Super exhausted. As much as I love writing, I mean it's my major, hopefully. You know, what I have to do with my time, energy, life, money, savings, everything. I put a lot in and it's very tiring. So yes, I have progressed more into this book and I have progressed more into this book, but I want to start another book. Okay, here's the thing, is I'm reading two very similar books. 78 pages into Lost and Found, and I am 34% into The Road Trip. These are both like contemporary, I think this might be a rom-com books, but they're like British, and they have a male and a female perspective, so they're very, very similar. And I really need to be reading something different because I need to break it up. The point is, I want to break up my reading, and I don't know what I want to read because I do want to read a fantasy. I kind of want to start a fantasy series, and so I was looking at the fantasy books that I bought, and I bought like standalones or ones I don't have all of the books, which is great because that's like how I typically like to read fantasy, but I'm just like in the mood and I'm not about to read Priory of the Orange Tree right now. Oh my gosh, do you know what would be great for me to read? Oh my gosh, and it's on my TBR. I have the Mistwick School of Music Craft on my TBR. This is a middle grade fantasy. Oh my gosh, this is exactly what I want right now. Hello my friends. Have I updated today? I really don't recall. It is Thursday. Week's almost over, thank the Lord. I love being at the airport. Anxiety, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't do something for a while and then you're like, fuck, I don't know how to do that. I did join in on some reading sprints today. I'm now on page 155 and I am liking this more than before. It seemed kind of basic. Like, I mean, you know, the guy finds this girl's diary or this woman's diary and like brings it to her, ends up kind of dating the best friend. Now they're going on like double dates. It kind of feels like Josh and Hazel's Guide, which is actually like one of my favorite romances. So I do like it. I mean, they have like some good banter, but they're not like love interests yet, at least as far as I'm concerned. There's also like some terminal cancer representation as well. The Mistwick school, oh my gosh, I'm loving this. This is the perfect book. Like, legitimately obsessed. So I'm like 60% into it. Yeah, I know, I listened to a lot of it yesterday. But this is following our main character Amelia, and she is like plays flute, and basically in this world music and songs are like spells and they can do a bunch of stuff. That is like the form of magic in this world. So she's trying out for this Mistwick school, which is for these people that are like extremely gifted and talented. You know, she kind of has a complicated past with it. She has like a mother who passed away in mysterious circumstances, and so her grandmother doesn't really want her to be a part of that world. But she gets into the school and it ends up being a mistake. So she's kind of trying to prove herself and that she belongs in this world, and she's finding out a lot more about it. So I love it. I love a magical school. I love music and books, but music is something that's really, really close to my heart. And when I read about it, I just like captures my just complete joy and adoration of it anyway, and what it can do. The power of it, I guess. Along with the reading of the audiobook, there's some music in the background, which is like literally so awesome. It's almost like having like a full cast audiobook, except your cast is musical instruments. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really enjoying this. I think I have like an hour and a half left of it, but I would actually rather finish this one first. Just like I was saying, this is kind of similar to the road trip, which I haven't read any more of. But since they're so similar, I want to finish one of them so that I'm not getting them confused, and I have that fantasy to break it uppity up. We are watching Deathly Hallows Part 2 tonight. If you didn't know, I've been educating my parents. When I was home, I guess in the summer, or like maybe even before that, we were watching all the Marvel movies. What a journey, what an experience, what a time. And then while I've been home this time, we've been watching all the Harry Potter movies, obviously less movies, but we're now on the last one, so you guys know what happens. A lot of shit. What doesn't happen to be the emotional support that they need. I'm going to go hang out and do some more reading of my bookity book. Hello my friends, I have been laying here with my cat. Can you see her? She's right there. Book. And I've been reading. It is almost midnight. Wit. I am now on page 242 of Lost and Found. I feel like we have gotten to a point in this story where I don't necessarily feel like it could end. You know, I'm not getting that far, but I definitely don't know what the next like chunk of the book is gonna be, because yeah, there's like 100 pages left and I don't really know what exactly could happen from here. I mean, I actually know like one thing, but like other than that I don't really know. I'm actually going to stop reading now because I should probably go to sleep. I do have my COVID test for traveling tomorrow and I have class and stuff like that. So yeah, I know my hair like does like 700 different things. I never understand what it's doing. Hello my friends. I haven't done a reading update in a while because I am giving myself the break because it is 6 in the morning. It's on the travel day. I'm very tired and I've been packing up everything. There's the suitcase. Can you see her? Alrighty my friends, we can tell that I am in Vancouver. I did do a lot of reading, so I'm gonna catch you up on that. So I finished reading The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. This definitely wasn't my favorite Beth O'Leary, but I did really enjoy it. I ended up like reading this physically and listening to the audiobook. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars. By no means a bad book. It's definitely like heavy. I think I told you it's told in dual timelines about these two people kind of like getting into a relationship, and now they're in this present timeline. They're like forced together on a road trip to their friend's wedding. There's a lot of like secrets, but it also deals with attempted sexual assault, so be forewarned about that. That is a on-page thing that happens. I thought it was a great book. I did really like the relationship. The only thing that I didn't like was kind of like towards the end, and it was how one of the characters' actions were explained. I really don't want to spoil it, but I feel like it was kind of unnecessary and also like quickly resolved as well. It was just like, oh, this was his problem, and then it was like, but now he's fine. but it was good nonetheless. Oh, I did also finish the Mistwick School of Magic. I really love this one. It was so great. I highly recommend listening to the audiobook. Like I said, it has like the music, which makes it just like that much better. And I think this magic is really interesting, and the world itself, it is definitely like Harry Potter kind of, but with music, and we have like a female lead. But I really liked it. I thought it was really whimsical and really fun, and I'm definitely going to read more of the series. I think the second book is already out, and there's a prequel if you have Audible. They're Audible originals, so you can just like download. Oh, and then I read the second volume of Snot Girl. I wanted to kind of switch up what I was reading. It's about like a fashion blogger who kind of gets wrapped up in a kind of mystery. I liked it. I don't think I liked it as much as the first one, but yeah, I'm definitely interested to continue with this because it definitely has a different kind of vibe than most things that I'm reading right now. But I was just a little sus reading this on the plane because there's a little bit of like explicit content, and I was next to like people that could have been people that are like my parents' age, and I'm like, oh my god, don't look at my face. Those are the things that I read for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry it was kind of a clusterfuck at the end because packing is stressful and traveling is a little bit stressful. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to all the things. I'll see you in my next video.